Xinjiao, yeah, Xinjiao. I just learned yesterday. Anyway, Xinjiao. My name is Seabook Chen from Starkware. I'm the dev advocate in Starkware. So today my talk is a bit different. I saw a workshop supposed to be hands-on, get your hands dirty, write some code. It's gonna be fun. So actually my session or my talk involves some coding, so it will be fun. All right, so let me give you guys a quick intro about Starkware and StarkNet. Starkware is actually a company. In the Starkware, we have we provide layer 2 solutions. Under the Starkware, we have a layer 2 public chain called StarkNet. We're using our Cairo language. It's our invented language to build smart contracts. So today I'm going to give you guys a taste of how you development on StarkNet. All right, so what will you learn today? Right? After today's talk, you will learn how to set up dev environment, right? How to use the Postman collections to get some tokens, and how do you use the wallet. Right? Also, I will explain what's the proto start. And we write a bit of code, hello world Cairo, so you know what's Cairo about. So how many devs are here? Can you raise your hand? If you are a developer, please raise your hand. Awesome, not too many, but it's gonna be fun, yeah? And then you can deploy your smart contract on your local DevNet and do some interaction with your smart contract. So what's a DevNet? It's actually a local StarkNet environment. I cannot do this live because the Wi-Fi is not good enough. Our testnet is not fast enough, so we will use the local StarkNet environment. So it's a bit like Ganesh, right? If you're coming from the Ethereum world, you probably know Ganesh for sure because it's a testnet we're using every day. Makes your dev experience more pleasant. So how do we install? So after lots of research, I recommend use the Nile bundles. I will show you guys in a bit. So Nile node, line mode. All right, let's do this. I turn. Good enough. So first thing you need to do is, I'm gonna ask this beautiful lady to come up for me. Thank you very much. So first I think you have to do is just create a folder called StarkNet. That's all the projects lives inside, right? So alright, first, like I said, you have to open up your local testnet. So you do Nile node. You can see this will spin up a local DevNet. You can see there are already preceded accounts. There's an address, there's a public keys, there's a private keys, all the stuff. Once this is open, you can see, okay, you can have a Postman collections to interact with your local testnet. It's big enough. Should be big enough, right? So first, you check, once it's live, you can check this endpoint is live. Okay, this means the testnet is up and running, right? It's alive. Then you can see, check the pre-deployed accounts. You can see there are lots of pre-deployed accounts. It's correspondent to here. It's correspondent to here. Then you can check the account balance, what's the fee token. You can check this is the fee token. We use Ethereum as the fee to pay the fee. And you can also mint some tokens. I will show you guys later. Right, that's the Postman collections. How do you find this? You go to the Postman collection and search StarkNet edu. Right. You'll come up with this. You just clone the collections and you can play around. Okay, let's go to next. Now I'm going to introduce you one of the most popular wallet solutions called Bravos. Okay, why we choose Bravos? Bravos is native supported for the testnet. Right? It used the standard OpenZapping account contract standards. And you can point to different dev environments, and it's all sorts of things, which is good. Okay, let's do this. So how do you install the Bravos? It's actually a Chrome extension. You search Chrome extension, Bravos. Bravos wallet. Yeah, the internet is a bit slow, but luckily I've already installed. After you install this, you will see this little icon. It's like a Trojan icon or some soldier icon. Obviously, the wallet, I'm pretty sure you guys use wallet all the time. You need to back up your seed phrase, and you will come up with this UI. Then we need to create a new account first. Add new account. You guys can see the screen, right? Add new account. It's gonna take a while. It's gonna deploy to my local testnet. DevNet, you can see on the right top corner, there's an icon called DevNet. It's a bit small, but I'm pretty sure you guys have a very good eyesight. All right, so how do I get some free ETH? Then we go to the Postman collections, choose this mint endpoint, put your wallet address in. Let's do 1 ETH first. Send. All right, seems successful. Then we go back to wallet. I have $1,000, $1,100, right? There's a 1 ETH. But obviously, this is a fake ETH. You can do as much as you want. Let's do 100, just for fun. See, I have 101 ETH, which is 110K, right? Lots of money. All right, let's move to the next slides. That's Bravos. So I covered how you install the wallet, how you get a testnet token, and now we need to dive into write some code. Okay, so we're gonna use a dev framework called Protostyle. So what's Protostyle? If you're coming from the Ethereum development, you probably know Truffle, right? Truffle is, I think it's the very first development toolkit for the Solidity. So nowadays, lots of people using Hard Hat, and the latest, coolest kit in town is called Foundry. So Protostyle is pretty much like Foundry, but it's for StarkNet, right? It's for Cairo. So it's a popular StarkNet dev framework. It's very easy to customize to the different configurations. It supports profiles out of the box. I will show you what's profiles. And it's quite fast. It's under the hood. It's implemented in Python. It also supports integrated test suites. And easy to use and set up all the stuff. So all you have to do is just install. I prepare a cheat sheet for you. By the way, I will share this cheat sheet so you can just follow the steps to set up your local environment. So that's how you install the Protostyle. Once the Protostyle is installed, you can start to init your project. All right, let's do this. So we're gonna open a new console. In here, let's say Protostyle init is VLAN Cairo. StarkNet workshop. All right, that's how you start a project, right? Then you go to this folder. Let's have a quick look at the Cairo code. So when you have this folder structure, out of the box there is a source folder. Under the source, obviously, is writing your smart contract, right? If it's Ethereum, you probably write Solidity. If it's StarkNet, you have to write Cairo, right? That's the code. Also, out of the box supports tests. Wow. So let's do the Cairo code. Lots of people complaining about, wow, Cairo is so hard to learn. Why do we have to learn a new language to do the StarkNet stuff? The definite answer is Cairo is not too hard to learn. After the session, you can assess yourself. The second question is, why do we have to use Cairo? Because it's more efficient. right? A ZK is an extremely complex technology. So before you do the circuits, right, the people have to hand wire the circuits. Now our team invented Cairo. So under the line, this will be compiled to the circuits, which can be ZK approved very easily and efficiently. Okay, let's have a look at this code. That's a hello world Cairo. So this is smart contract, right? So basically, the first line says, okay, I'm gonna write some StarkNet code using the StarkNet specific language. That's just some import some packages, which is not that important. Okay, we're gonna define a storage var. What's a storage var? Storage var is a parameter or it's a field that will be persisted on the blockchain, right? So this is actually will be persisted on blockchain, on the StarkNet. It's called balance. So we have two simple functions. One is called increase balance. For this, you can see this a bit of code. Don't worry too much about from here to here, the curly brace. You can actually remove this. This makes a lot easier to read. This code has to be here because from some system check. So then, if you remove it, then it's much easier to read. Okay. Basically, there's one parameter called the amount. You need to pass in amount, right? So you have the amount, you can write to the balance. Right? You read first, then you write back into the balance. All right, that's increase. Another function called get balance. Obviously, when you write into the balance, you want to retrieve the balance, right? That's get balance. Another very important is constructor, okay? So at the very beginning, when the contract is deployed, the balance value will be 0, okay? Okay, now let's do this in action, right? How do we deploy this into our StarkNet? First, we need to configure the proto-start projects. So proto-start projects use this Tomo configuration file. I already prepared this for you. So this is the Tomo configuration file, which basically saying, okay, our gateway is 50/50, and our chain ID is this. Right, this just copy this long integer. So I'm gonna once this is set up, then we can deploy this to our local tester. So first we need to compile the code. It's called proto-start compile. Oh, sorry, proto-start build. Proto-start build. That's how you compile the code. Once it's been built, if you go back to here, you can see, okay, there's a build folder, right? There's a build folder. The second step is we're gonna deploy this to the local tester. What we do is, use this command line called proto-start-p, which is means profile. We're gonna use the DevNet profile to deploy the main.json. Okay, you can see now everything is working because the local test is super fast. We have a contract address, right? Make sure you remember this contract address. What I normally do is here have a little like cheat sheet, whatever it is. That's the contract. That's the contract address. Alright, that's the contract address, which is really important to remember. So then we are going to interact with this contract. First, I want to retrieve the balance. So I'm going to call this. There's some hip hop going on. Alright. Can you guys guess what's the balance now? What's my contract? Should be 0, right? Hopefully everything's working and the response is 0. Why? Because if we go back to the code, we can see the constructor sets the balance to 0, right? Now I'm going to increase the balance to call this method, increase balance. So we're going to call this amount called invoke. Obviously, we have to put the right smart contract address in. We have to have a contract address to initiate this account. Contract address. This one. So obviously, if you want to send a transaction, you have to have the PK, private key, right? So I'm going to give you guys a little peek of my private key. I'm pretty sure I will do this very fast and no one can remember this. Alright, this is my private key. I won't show you guys. I'll do this real quick. Alright. Then you can see here the inputs. What's the inputs? Inputs is correspond to this amount. Right? So there's one parameter. One input is called amount. I'm going to print you 3. Okay? Let's run this. Hopefully it's working. Okay, seems everything's working. Now let's retrieve the balance again. Used to be 0. Now it should be 3, right? If you guys follow me. Yeah, the response is 3. Indeed, the balance has been increased. Right, that's just give you kind of a taste of how the Cairo code works. When we talk about how you configure a proto-start.toml, which is really important, it's a configuration. Then we talk about the build, right? How you build your smart contract, how you deploy a smart contract, and how you interact with the smart contract. There's a call, right? You basically retrieve the value. There's an invoke. Basically, you will send a transaction. But when you do the invoke, you need to have the private key ready, right? All right, further readings. Obviously, this is the cheat sheet. Cheat sheet is here. All right, this is everything. If you guys get interested in doing yourself in your local machine, just follow this guide. This is based on the Mac OS, but if you use Linux, it should be fairly simple. If you use Windows, please come to me after the talk. We have a Discord channel. We have a Discord channel called StarkNet. Just come to our StarkNet Discord channel. We have Caroline support. We have the StarkNet bug report, tutorials 101, job board. If you're looking for jobs, you can come here as well. Also, definitely follow us on Twitter. That's my personal Twitter. Crypto Leak. If you want to DM me, you can, or you can. It's too quick. You guys take a picture. That's me. And Starkware. Starkware is our company's Twitter. Make sure you follow Starkware. All right, this is the cheat sheet. If you guys want to take a picture, you can. I'm gonna count down to 5. So I'm gonna move to the next slides. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next slides. Next slide is a comprehensive reading list. There are so many resources, right? I cannot cover for the day. But definitely goes to here, StarkNet.io. On the left, there's a developers, right? If you have developers, definitely check this out. There's so many information here, you guys can go. That's the QR code if you guys want to take a picture. All right, that's for everything. I know this talk is a bit different to other talks. Other talks probably just give you fancy, beautiful PPT slides, just go through some high-level stuff. So I thought this is a workshop. We need to do some demo or some code. It's going to be fun. Hopefully give you a little taste about Cairo, about StarkNet. If you want to be a developer, definitely reach out. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Chen. I think that was an amazing workshop, like with step-by-step tutorial on how to deploy on StarkNet, and everything was like easy to understand. So devs and builders here, please take advantage of it and join the StarkNet Discord for more help in the future. Okay.